Hey there, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my creative life. I am starting a new series called STAMPtember, which means I'm going to be stamping different projects for the month of September. This is project number 2. I hope that you've watched number 1, and if you haven't, you can go ahead and check my playlist. So this time I decided to take one background stamp, but I'm going to stamp it in 3 different colors because I'm going to put it on a card base with the 3 different colors. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you'll see it at the end. But I thought this was kind of like a split scene or a split stamp kind of process or technique. I am just kind of making up the words. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but I've seen cards like this before. I've just never tried it. And that's the idea of this series, is to not only stamp projects, but stamp projects using new techniques or techniques that I haven't tried or haven't done in a long time. So I use 3 different colors, like I mentioned before, on the same stamp set or the stamp background stamp. So I stamped full images 3 different times. And then once I did that, and you can see by the background stamp, I feel like it's easier to ink it and then put the paper on top versus flipping the stamp over and impressing it that way. So once I did that, I went ahead and I cut these down just using my trimmer to 4 inches wide, and I really checked the images to make sure that they were lined up, because I do want them to line up when I do that final panel. So I'm just pointing out that I am going to put a white background or a white cardstock in the inside, because when you use a dark background card base, it's, not everybody has a white pen. So inside it's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So when back to the panels, I cut these down 4 inches wide and then 1 3/4 high. I hope I'm saying it right. And I did have to fussy it a little bit just because it was a little too much, because I did want some spaces in between, and just a little bit. They didn't need to be, a full 1/4 inch or anything crazy like that, but it does look better when you have the spaces, or at least, like I said, in my opinion. So as I'm putting them down, of course, nothing's ever straight, but so I just wiggle it a little bit. Normally when you use double-sided tape, you're not able to wiggle a little bit, but because I didn't really press it down until afterwards, I was able to do that. Now, if you're a subscriber of mine, or if you've seen my videos, you know that I just cut out these kind of random shapes, and I use them for things like this, for cards, for scrapbooking, for embellishment clusters, just for everything. But I did a project earlier, and when I used my acrylic block with these stamps, it fell down. So that's why I put a little bit of repositionable, oh my God, what are those called? Glue sticks on the back of that. And then just before I put it on my acrylic block, I didn't want it to fall down. But then I just used that same dark purple with a brush, a paddle brush, to put some color around the edges. Now, the one thing I'm still not really loving, and I may end up changing it, is you see how it's so much lighter purple compared to the stamped impression. I just thought that was so weird. I mean, it is a big difference. Now, it looks okay, but I'm still kind of like, ooh, I might replace it. But I just wanted to continue because I wanted you to see what I was doing. So basically, like I mentioned, I had this, this just happens to be gosh, what would you call that? Not even a triangle. It's a something shape, a diamond shape, I guess, with some color around the edges, the sentiment in the middle, just as thinking of you. I grabbed these gold, kind of matte looking sequins to add some, just some little bit of bling, which is always fun. But that's pretty much all I did. But I hope you decide to join me. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also the notification bell, because I am going to be doing a lot of stamp projects for the month of September. And please go back and see the other ones if you haven't seen the first one yet. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I do post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I'm doing in the command center, which is the name of my craft room. And look at that. That's so pretty. I just love the fall colors of that without being too fallish. So like I mentioned, this is project number 2, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for watching. Bye.